go for the Real Shoot Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Both of these men have been in action earlier today, so they should be somewhat equally exhausted by now. Shane Kryzak with a major opportunity here. Getting a shot at the RSW Heavyweight title. Dustin says he can't be stopped in Real Shoot Wrestling. Nobody can reach his skill level in Real Shoot Wrestling. And he'll defend the title as many times as he wants to. But he's got a lot to contend with in the technical prowess of Shane Kryzak. Kryzak making enemies wherever he goes. Buckhannon, no exception. A little bit of a test of mat wrestling skill here. Not sure if Kryzak is the man to go hold for hold with. You see Kryzak stepping on the back of that leg, and there you see it cartwheeling out into a front face lock. And this is Kryzak's MO. Keep your opponent grounded, wear him down, make him submit. Easier said than done with the RSW Heavyweight Champion, though. And now Kryzak looking for a way out of this hammerlock. You see there, Dustin's really got him locked up on that left arm, but there we go with Kryzak counterattacking. Kryzak gonna try and dislocate that left elbow of the champion. Dustin has an answer here. Nicely done by Big D. And he's got the front of the arm right across the larynx of Kryzak, but Kryzak able to gain some wrist control and shift the tide in his favor. Hard, stiff right from Kryzak. And Kryzak with authority sends him into the opposite corner. Dustin, however, attempting to fight back, but got caught once again on that left arm. And it looks like Kryzak has found his target. Look at that offense to the arm. Kryzak possibly going to look to damage that arm and then apply a submission hold and gain the RSW title by a submission from Dustin Alexander. This crowd really behind Big Game. And questionable yet smart tactic there from Kryzak. Pulling up the hair to stop the momentum. And Kryzak again to that left elbow. Standing on the fingers now of Dustin Alexander. And some innovative offense there from Kryzak. He sentons the arm. Only a one count on the champion. Kryzak again torquing on that elbow. And unfortunately for the Real Shoot Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, he's fallen right into the game plan of Shane Kryzak. Trying to bridge up there, but can't quite do it. answers with an elbow to the breadbasket. I'll tell you, if Shane Kryzak can get an armbar on that arm, I think we may have a new RSW heavyweight champion. Kryzak putting all of his weight down on that elbow, but Alexander adjusting his position to no avail. Kryzak hooks both legs, and this time a 2 count on the champion. Kryzak slowly working his way to that 3 count, or submission, of course. And Kryzak letting out a tribal scream there as he pulls back as hard as he can on that elbow and working on the wrist. Kryzak can practically smell that championship. And if Kryzak continues to have his way with the champion here, we're going to have a new champion. The pain really visible on the face. However, Dustin Alexander fighting back. Cannot use that left arm though. And oh no, that's bad news for the champion. Couldn't use the left arm and then paid dearly for attempting to use that left arm. And now Kryzak's confidence has reached about the maximum level. He's got the champion down, he stomped him out, doing a little trash talking. Kryzak needs to realize he's really going to have to pull something big out of his hat to dethrone Dustin Alexander as the Real Shoot Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Kryzak trying to toy with the champ, but Alexander shows he'll have none of it. However, Kryzak's just done too much damage. And Kryzak thinks he's out. Not so. I'm surprised Kryzak hasn't attempted a submission hold on that arm yet. Kryzak now preferring the strikes, apparently. Perhaps he understands the resolve of Dustin Alexander and doesn't think he'll submit under any circumstances. Back and forth they go. Double cross body. This may be a great opportunity for RSW Heavyweight Champion Dustin Alexander to recover. Crowd here in Buckhannon trying to will Alexander back into the match, which he really hasn't gotten much offense at all during the course of this match. Both men up about the same time. Dustin blocking with that left arm and now paying the price. Kryzak going to show off that MMA striking. What striking it is! 5 or 6 rapid fire strikes there. And Kryzak dumps him with the Death Valley driver. That might do it. We have a new champion. No! Kryzak in disbelief. Kryzak trying trying to plot his next move here. Screaming out in frustration. This is why it's a heavyweight championship match, Kryzak. Your usual effort isn't enough. Kryzak measuring. Oh, Alexander caught him, hoists him. 360, plants him into the mat, that might do it. Oh, Kryzak caught off guard and barely able to get that shoulder up. And here is the first time in this heavyweight championship title defense that Alexander has an opportunity, but Kryzak again. Kryzak with that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, able to cinch up the left arm with his leg. Big D Dustin Alexander's losing consciousness on his feet here. Kryzak has got him trapped. Oh, and with one last bit of consciousness, he is able to get out of Kryzak's rear naked choke and mount some offense. But can he follow up? I didn't think Kryzak would be staying down after that. He's going to have to really put Kryzak away here. And what is it going to take from Dustin Alexander or Shane Kryzak to resolve who's the better man tonight in Buckhannon?